There's a poll that dropped today that said that 95% of Americans, not 95% of Democrats, 95% of Americans believe that there's an affordability crisis in this country, and that 2/3 of the country believe that, including 50% of Republicans, that the federal government's not doing enough on this. So Donald Trump can get up there and say all he wants, that there's great love in the room, and that there's amazing unity, but this is not going to help him with these voters come election. And the thing that I'm really paying attention to is their own spending is the thing that's really telling you that there's a problem here. Because if you're dropping $28 million from a super PAC aligned with the Senate Majority Leader, the Republicans, into Ohio, $11 million into Iowa at this point, $40 million into a state that Donald Trump won by double digits 2 years ago, spoiler alert, things are not going well.
All politics is local. That's the old saying, right? All politics is local. And we watch federally elected politicians, we watch senators and members of the House of Representatives and the president himself talk about things on a global, national, grand scale. And Trump likes to paint this rosy picture of how the world is doing, how the country is doing under his stewardship. But all politics is local. And at the local level, people are struggling. At the local level, people are like, man, these groceries are expensive. I don't know how I'm going to put food on the table every week unless I adjust my budget. And I don't have any room in my budget to adjust because everything else is more expensive as well. I'm paying more to bring electricity to my home. I'm paying more to heat my home. I'm paying more to put gas in my car to be able to go to work, to make the money to pay the higher bills that I have. Everything is costing more than it did 2 years ago. And words don't make that go away. Speeches don't make that go away. Platitudes don't make that go away. And so, yeah, right now the Republicans are seeing their money get spent in areas their money should not be spent. Republicans, listen, this is the way the midterms are supposed to work, folks. Republicans are supposed to be targeting Democratic areas to flip seats, and Democrats are supposed to be targeting Republican areas to flip seats. That's what you're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to secure the seats that are solidly yours and then go after the other seats. It's like a game of chess. We're going to flip these other seats. Which ones are the most vulnerable? But Republicans aren't doing that. They're spending their money in those seats that are supposed to be safe, in those states that are supposed to be safe. Why? They're losing ground with people. Yeah, Ohio was solidly red, but people are still struggling in Ohio like they are everywhere else. And so when people walk into the voting booth, they're thinking about who's in power now and what shape they're in. And if people are doing great, they're going to go, hey, you know what? I like the people that are running things right now. I'm doing okay. But if people aren't, and right now people aren't, they begin to look for a change. I don't like the ones that are in charge right now. I'm struggling. Let's try something new. That's why the Republicans have spent $40 million in Ohio and Iowa just a couple of months before the damn election. They should be targeting Illinois and California, New York. They're not. They're spending big money to defend seats. I haven't even looked at what they're doing with Ken Paxton in Texas yet. Listen, I'm not a political strategist, but if you're a major political party and you're spending $40 million of your war chest 4 months before an election to try and save what has historically been solidly yours, yeah, you might be in trouble.